Hapon sa tanan, Madayaw, Davao. I'm Zania Angel Eve Musa Apolinar. I'm from the southernmost part of Mindanao, which is the municipality of Maitum. Isa po ito. Ito yung pinakamalayo talaga na munisipyo sa Sarangani. So, I know we're all familiar with Sarangani because of Senator Pacquiao, because of the jars. And now I wrote, published by Aklat Alamin, a storybook that is about a fish, a type of fish that is not yet known or hindi din alam ng mga tao kung anong tawag, anong pangalan doon. And it's unique because it has the ability to fly. So it's a children's storybook. It teaches kids to be hardworking in order to achieve their dreams. So yun yung it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
I'm Jenny Arado. As mentioned by our dear moderator, I am based now in Davao City, but I was born and raised in Coronadal City, South Cotabato. That's the capital of South Cotabato. So it's very interesting and I'm very grateful to be invited sa topic na ito because many people do not know na maraming Ilonggo or Hiligaynon speaking individuals or residents in Mindanao and not only in Visayas. So I'll talk more of that later. And yun din yung language na ginamit ko sa Dako Ngayahong Sang Batchoy. Most especially it's a story also of featuring Ilonggos or Hiligaynon speaking residents in Mindanao. May mga elements like Batchoy, etc. that highlights that element also.
Ako si Asad Baonto, taga Marawi. Laki sa iba-ibang lugar sa Pilipinas. No? Mahilig lang ako magluto. Economist by profession, no? Nabanggit kanina. No? At saka napapaligiran ako ng mga manunulat. No? Kaya siguro totoo nga yung Stardust, no? Na-influensya. No? So yun ang aking inspiration sa pagluluto at saka parang sa kusina or hapagkainan na nagchichismisan, no? So yun ang inspiration ng aking libro, no? Kung ano-anong mga topic na lumalabas na pinagtatagpi-tagpi, no? At nasa harapan yung pagkain, yung pagkain kasama yung mga kaibigan, no? O pamilya.
If you could notice, of all the three writers in front of you, yung pinaka-common denominator namin is yung food. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but hindi ako, I can't speak for them of course, pero for Filipinos, pansin ko din personally, food has a very significant effect or memory talaga siya natin, sa memories natin, yung food. So, bangsi, batchoy, and all the food na sa recipes po ni Sir, no? Ako naman, yung Dako Ngayahong Sang Batchoy, it was not intentional that it should be batchoy talaga. But I just want to tell the story of how when I was a kid, I was a slow eater, very picky eater, and how my father taught me this batchoy magic, or how to slowly eat batchoy step by step para eventually maubos ko siya.
Ang ibang dapat magsulat about bangsi kundi us na Maitumians. And I came from Maitum, and Maitum, siguro kilala na nga natin, anthropomorphic burial jars, nasa National Museum. Kuya MJ, national, ayun sa poet, right? Makata ng taon. And then, we also celebrated, we give honor to Bangsi as our one town, one product. Yun nga yung marinated Bangsi as stated, isa sa mga uri din ng pagkain. And because of that, we also have the Bangsi Festival. So I think that was one of the reasons why Bangsi. Yun, kapag naisa sa libro, nagiging libro ang isang bagay, isang hayop, that's very, very ours, kumbaga gina-claim na amo ani kay Bangsi, amo ang majud ni. So it nag-immortalize siya and kumakalat, mas nanonood. So that's our way of sa pagpasok sa market. But I'm not saying na in the first place commercial ang purpose ng pagsusulat na ito. It's just that it's our way of making our name naman and introducing Bangsi to the rest of the world. Thank you.
Ako actually dahil madalas kaming nagtitipon-tipon ng mga kaibigan ko, no? Usually weekend, naghahanda ako, no? Minsan may dala silang mga ingredients na kung ano-ano at nag-iimbento na lang ng kung ano-ano rin, no? So sinimulan ko siyang i-post yung mga pictures na yon sa social media, pero eventually ginawan ko siya ng mga kwento, not only yung mga recipes, no? Pero more ang inspiration ko dito ay alam mo yung pag nagkukwentuhan ng mga magkakaibigan, kung ano-ano na lang topic ang lumalabas sa kwentuhan, no? Napaka short-minded kasi ng the way we interact, no? Ang ating attention span is maliit, no? So iba-ibang kwento, no? Pero eventually ang gusto ko talaga is magsulat din ng more serious stuff, no? Like yung economics, no? Pero kunting lang naman ng interested sa mga serious stuff ng mga specialist lang, no? So ang ginawa ko is pinaghalo ko yung economics, yung politics, yung chismis, no? Sa kwentong about pagkain, no? So medyo social commentary ang labas niya in a humorous way, no? Ang inspiration ko rin dito is kung mapapansin nyo, iba-ibang klaseng mga pagkain ang tinatakal ko, no? Lagi kasing tanong is, ano ba yung paano mo ma-describe yung sa Mindanao, no? Yun ang hirap sagutin, no? Kasi when you talk about Mindanao, hindi man yan isa lang, no? Ang dami-daming ethnic groups, no? Ang dami-daming klaseng. So you cannot describe Mindanao na isa lang, no? So yun ang dami kong mga tinakal na mga Pero more importantly, it's about yung mga local ingredients na tinatapon natin. Minsan tingin natin is, walang value kasi masyadong common. Yung aratiles, yung pumapansin sa aratiles, no? Minsan yung saging na medyo maitim na, akala natin wala. Yung manggawani, ayaw nila kasi magbaho, no? Pero I try to mag-experiment noon, gamit yun, no? And elevate it, gamit yung mga ibang techniques ng cooking ng ibang bansa, minsan yung mga techniques ng cooking din ng mga ating katutubo, no? At dinidescribe ko yun.
Watching other people na of the others age group, yun yung isa sa akin, isa sa mga success or performance indicator, kumbaga, nung libro na ito.
Talaga. So, why is that important? Because I grew up in Coronadal City, South Cotabato. So there is really a difference, and you kasi because as what my fellow writers have already said, there is so much to say about Mindanao. Personally, one of the stereotype na lagi ko naririnig being in South Cotabato is it's also war-torn Puno because of the Cotabato lang na nalagay dyan. And it's very sad kasi ang daming pwedeng pag-usapan about South Cotabato, and kagaya ng sinasabi ko kanina, the language, the variety of the language, and the food. So I hope in the future, kahit hindi man ako ang magsulat, there are more Mindanaoan writers from Soxergen who will write about the place, their memory of the place, and make Soxergen, make South Cotabato more visible sa map of literature.
Sa akin naman po, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the organizers of the Philippine Book Festival for allowing us to talk about our books under the topic Writing About Mindanao. Gusto Maglupad de Bangsi will be presented as a lesson exemplar next month sa Malikhaing Guro International Conference at Letran, Manawag. So I hope that through these platforms that are given or coming our way, we can reach more writers, inspire more Mindanaoan writers, Sarangan writers, Maitumen writers to write more about our homes and our unique experiences as Mindanaoans. Thank you. Sulat lang ng sulat o ay magkahadlok nga mulupad. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Gusto ko pasalamatan yung Pawikan Press at saka NBTV. At saka tayong nandito lahat, no? Sa pakikinig at saka pag-share din ng inyong experience, no? Ang gusto ko lang sabihin is very simple, no? let's try to nabanggit ko rin kanina, no? Make use of what we have. Cheap man yan, di pinapansin, pangkaraniwan man yan, no? Is yaman pa rin yan ng ng mga taga Mindanao, no? Let's make them let's use them, document them, no? Ask the families or ethnic groups, no? Ano yung mga stories doon, no? At saka let's share it sa other other people, no? Outside of Mindanao, no? Even within us, among us, no? Hindi pa na nagugulat kayo sa mga iba-ibang klaseng ingredient. Then let's make story out of it. Anyway, ang naman stories naman kadalasan sa kusina nagsa-start yan, di ba? Chismisan. Story na pala yan, no? So ganun ang natin, minsan nagchat-chat na yan. Yung nanay nagalit sa asawa, yung tatay mo ha. Ikukwento na kung ano sa mga kapitbahay. So let's make stories, no?
Thank you, sir.